Hello and welcome to Radhika's Sweetpea Tales. How are you all doing today? You better settle down comfortably because today is a big day for Noddy. He gets to know whether he is going to be part of Toy Town or not, as he has to make an appearance in front of the toy court, who decides whether Noddy is a toy or not. I'm sure you would have gone through his experience of reaching Toy Town in story number 120, 124, and 127. If you haven't heard them as yet, I suggest you listen to those stories before you hear this part 4. So, coming back to the story, you would remember that Noddy had a very good tea party at Mr. Tubby's place, where he got nervous because he has to reach the court. So let's take it on from there. Now, after tea, Noddy thought he would like to take a walk through Toy Town. So he and Big Ears set off together. Toy Town was really a marvelous place. The houses were so pretty, and the dolls that lived in them looked so busy, hanging clothes out on the line, chattering to their neighbors, and bringing home their shopping. "I've never seen so many people," said Noddy, nodding his head happily. "To think I might live here and know them all."
"Look, there's the castle where the soldiers live,"
said Big Ears, and Noddy saw an enormous wooden castle with towers and a drawbridge. Lead soldiers and wooden ones too were in the castle yard, drilling. Big Ears and Noddy went to watch them. "I'm going to see what that funny thing is over there," said Noddy at last.
"Oh, it's only the Noah's Ark," said Big Ears. "Don't go. I still want to watch the soldiers."
"Well, you stay there then, and I'll come back to you," said Noddy, and he went off to the Noah's Ark. He had never seen one, and he didn't know what it was at all. There it stood like a great wooden boat with a roof and walls. Who lived in it? Noddy walked right up to it. He saw that there was a door into the ark. "I really must climb up and peep inside the door," he thought. "I want to know who lives there." So he climbed up and opened the door, and dear me, out came dozens of wooden animals, all marching in pairs, most excited to be let out so unexpectedly. Mr. Noah and his wife had gone out shopping and had shut all the animals safely inside the ark. And now there they were pouring out, almost knocking poor Noddy over as they came. "Go back," he cried. "Go back." But they wouldn't. And goodness knows what would have happened if Mr. and Mrs. Noah had not come back just then and met all their animals streaming out of the ark. "Goodness gracious!" cried Mrs. Noah, and she clapped her hands sharply. "Go back at once! What are you thinking of? Sheep, do you want to be smacked? Cats, shall I set the 2 dogs at you? Brrr, go back at once!" They all turned and scurried back as fast as they could, all except one. The lion didn't go back. He ran behind a bush and crouched there, waving his tail from side to side. The lioness went back into the ark, wondering where the lion had gone, but nobody else missed him at all. Noddy was frightened by what he had done. He was just about to go up to Mr. Noah and tell him it was his fault that the animals had been let out when the door of the ark was slammed in his face. "Oh dear," said Noddy. "How was I to know they kept so many animals in there?" He thought he had better go back to Big Ears at the castle. He was just making his way there when he heard a scream. A little doll stood nearby, pointing at the Noah's Ark lion. She screamed again. The lion was angry because he thought that everyone would come running and he would be made to go back into the ark. He badly wanted to go off on his own for a while. He leapt out at the little doll, roaring, hoping she would run away and stop screaming. He wouldn't have hurt her for the world because he liked little dolls, but he did want to stop her screaming. Noddy didn't know the Noah's Ark lion was just a kindly old fellow who only wanted a little walk by himself. He really thought the lion was going to hurt the tiny doll. Noddy was very frightened. He shook and shivered and trembled, but he knew he must try to save the little doll. So what do you think he did? He rushed at the surprised lion, shouting and yelling. He threw his hat at him. He pulled off his new shoes and threw those at him too. One hit the lion on the nose. Smack! The lion was terrified. He gave a yelp and rushed to the ark, knocking on the door with one of his wooden paws, anxious to get safely inside. Noddy put his arm around the little doll. "It's all right. I scared him away. He won't come back again." The little doll's mother came running up. "I saw you scare away that bad wooden lion. Thank you, thank you. How brave you are. What's your name?" "Oh, that's nothing. It was my fault that the lion escaped," said Noddy, his head nodding hard. I might just get my hat and shoes." He got them and fled away to Big Ears. Dear, dear, what an adventure to have all on his own. Noddy and Big Ears went back to their little house. Big Ears got his bicycle ready to ride all the way home. But just as he was going, there came a knock at the door. Rat-a-tat-tat. It was the policeman.
"Time to come before the court," he said to Noddy. "I'm afraid it won't have been much good building this house. I don't believe you are a toy."
Noddy went sadly to the court with Big Ears pedaling beside him. Oh dear, they came to a neat little police station built of toy bricks. Inside was a big courtroom packed with policemen and toys. 6 soldiers were there too. "The soldiers will take you out of Toyland if you are sent away," whispered Big Ears, and Noddy looked very miserable. Everyone got up suddenly as a very solemn looking person came in and took a grand chair up on the platform. She was the judge, with a big wig hanging to her shoulders. Noddy was so frightened that his head began to nod very quickly indeed.
"Stand out here,"
commanded the judge, and Noddy stood out, trembling. Everyone looked at him.
"Now we have to decide whether you are a toy or not," said the judge. "What have you got to say for yourself?"
"I feel like a toy," said Noddy.
"And look how he nods his head," called out Big Ears. "Just like a toy. Some toys growl if you press their middles. Some turn head over heels when you wind them up. Some can bounce and some can spin. Noddy can nod. Then he is a toy, shouted everyone. Silence, said the judge, rapping on her table. Now suppose we say he is a toy, but is he a good toy? We don't want bad ones here. She turned to Noddy. Are you a good toy? Have you done anything wrong since you have been here?
Noddy was just about to say no, but as his head was nodding hard, the judge thought he meant yes, he had done wrong.
What have you done wrong? She asked very sternly.
Noddy remembered that he had let the Noah's Ark animals loose. Was that wrong? Yes, it must have been. Please, miss, he said. I let the Noah's Ark animals out, but I didn't know they lived there.
Very wrong, said the judge. I'm afraid I...
But before she could finish what she was going to say, an excited little doll popped up and waved her hand eagerly. Please, Miss Judge, I want to say something. That's the little nodding man who rescued my child from the Noah's Ark lion. He's brave. He's good. He was frightened, but he went to save my little girl. Then everyone clapped and stamped and cheered loudly. The judge rapped her table again. She was smiling.
Ah, that's a nice thing to hear, she said. Noddy is a toy. He's a good toy. He's a brave toy. Noddy, you can live in Toyland and have the house you built. Well, wasn't that lovely? Big Ears laughed and shouted and thumped Noddy on the back. Everyone crowded round him. Welcome to Toyland. Welcome, Noddy. And that was how Noddy came to Toyland and went to live in the dear little house he had built. How glad he was that night to shut his own front door and curl up in a chair that Mr. Tubby had lent him. I'm in my own little house. I'm so happy. I'll work hard and buy lots of things for my house. I'll pay Big Ears back all the money he lent me. Noddy nodded and nodded as he thought about it all. I'll have heaps of adventures, he said to himself. Oh, heaps and heaps. And so he will. I'm going to tell you all about them another day. Till then, take care, keep smiling and be good. Bye-bye.